So I'm just going to say to you, please drop out of college because it's going to ruin your lives.
Howdy, brothers and sisters. This is T-Pain USA. What do you say we take care of a little housekeeping with a like and a subscribe, and let's get this freedom party started. Now, recently, Roseanne Barr, known to her closest friends as Open Bar, went to Mar-a-Lago for a Carrie Lake fundraiser. And while she was there, she had a glass of wine, or 6. Now, there's an old saying, vino veritas, which means the wine speaks truth. But with Roseanne's case, it's more like, vino, you're a dumbass. Now, ever since T-Pain was just a little critter, Republicans have fought against education. Apparently, their biggest fear is you get too much of it, you won't vote for him anymore. And come to think of it, T-Pain left the Republican Party the same summer he got his GED. So maybe they're on to something. Now, did you notice that Roseanne said, you don't learn nothing good in college? So let the wine speak, Roseanne. Tell us more.
Do me a favor, drop out. They don't teach you nothing good. Email me or Twitter me or whatever you call me, and I'll help you with your life. But you got to get out of college because it isn't nothing but devil-worshipping, baby blood-drinking Democrat donors. Love ya.
Baby blood drinking? Seriously? Now, T-Pain's lived a long time, and he's met a lot of Democrats, and not one of them ever turned out to be a Satan worshiper. Now, truth be told, T-Pain shared more than his share of Miller Lights with fellow Democrats. And not once has one of them said, you won't go back to my place for some baby blood? Guess T-Pain ain't their type. Get it? Get it? Type? Blood type? No. Well, in contrast to that, here's an actual funny thing. In one breath, Republican nutballs like Roseanne here claim Democrats don't believe in God or the Bible. But then they turn around and want you to believe Democrats worship one of the leading characters in the same book that they don't believe in. Well, this is the kind of critical thinking skills, or lack thereof, required to be a Republican these days. It's like they want their kids to grow up ignorant. It's kind of like they want them to be a bunch of American idiots.
Don't wanna be an American idiot.
Well, T-Pain always shoots you straight. And let it be said, T-Pain ain't worried about the future of our country because it's in good hands. And you can write this down. Our kids are going to save our democracy. Because like old Pete Townsend and the Who said, the kids are all right.
Hey, old bro. How are you doing? I'm here at Mar-a-Lago supporting Carrie Lake, and it was a fantastic evening, and our trumpet's here being the DJ, and I've just danced, and everyone's amazed.
Imagine that. Roseanne Barr dancing. Now, they actually raised more than they expected at this fundraiser when donors found out that if they didn't contribute, they'd have to watch. So listen up, kids. Let this be a cautionary tale for you. Stay in school, or you can turn out just like Roseanne Barr. And Roseanne, if you're listening, T-Pain's got a little advice for you.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Well, T-Pain ain't done with Roseanne just yet. Recently, she hooked up with human butt polyp Charlie Kirk, and they got into a little game of word association.
First thing that comes to mind throughout this list, Zelensky.
Criminal.
Putin.
Scary.
Elon Musk.
Scary.
Donald Trump.
King.
Hillary Clinton.
Satan.
Michelle Obama.
Satan.
Joan Rivers.
Victim.
Of?
Satan.
Kamala Harris.
Satan.
LeBron James.
Cuckoo.
Tucker Carlson.
King.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Freak.
I'm going to save a good one for last. Nancy Pelosi.
Satan's boss.
Seems like old Roseanne's got her a little bit of a Satan obsession, doesn't it? It's kind of like all them MAGA males on Twitter. Though they constantly remind us daily about their rampant straightness, all they can seem to talk about is hot, sweaty, ripped gay men. Now, this reminds T-Pain of an old story. This fella goes into a psychiatrist's office, And he sits down, and the psychiatrist starts showing him ink blots. Shows him the first ink blot, and the fella says, I see two people having sex. The psychiatrist showed him another one, and he goes, I see two people having sex. One after the other, every ink blot was met with, I think I see two people having sex. The psychiatrist folded up his ink blots, turned to his patient and said, it's my professional opinion that you're obsessed with sex. The patient says, me? You're the one with all the dirty pictures.
Listen, I'm not dumb.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. T-Pain's going to stop you right here. Anytime you start a rant off with, I'm not dumb, you can rest assured everything that follows is going to contradict it. Okay, little fella, you can't say you weren't warned.
I don't know what happened with him and Stormy Daniels. I don't know what happened with him and E. Jean Carroll. He may be guilty of it all, and yes, call me a cult member.
Okay, you're a cult member. Keep going.
I don't care. Why? No more than I would have cared what David did with Bathsheba if I saw that he was winning the war.
I don't care? This little fella spends entire sermons talking in excruciating detail about consensual gay adults committing in all manner of unnatural, fornicacious peccadillos. But when it comes to his president paying porn stars for sex or sexually assaulting women in dressing rooms, he don't care? He even says he don't care what David did with Bathsheba in the Bible. Now, for those of you unaffiliated with his particular religion, King David committed adultery with Bathsheba and then had her husband killed to cover up their love child. And you know who cared? God Almighty did. He was so upset, he sent his mightiest prophet Samuel to confront David publicly. But this man of God says he don't care. Maybe if he spent a little less time riding around in his fancy Cadillac and more time reading from the book he claims to believe in, he might know better. Now here's a fun little tidbit. These two MAGA fellas actually believe Donald Trump was prophesied about in not the sacred scriptures, but in, wait for it, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Then conquer we must, when our cause it is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. And the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph shall wave. I meant to bring the triumph hat there to show that too. So there's the triumph there where you see, you take the I and the H out there, there is a Trump, and not to overdo the Trump thing, but it's there.
You know what? T-Pain got to looking, and these fellas might actually be onto something. But the problem is, they only got part of the message. Let's see now. There's a R and a NG and a P, and there you go. Well, there you have it. What more could you possibly say about these two fellas we ain't already said?
You two are just dumber than a bag of hammers.
Now, T-Pain would be remiss if we ended this video without talking about all the fuss MAGA's made about this year's Easter falling on March 31st, which coincidentally is also Trans Visibility Day.
They took Christmas away from us, and now everyone wants to say season's greetings.
Did you know that most MAGA Christians are what they call CEOs? That means they only go to church on Christmas and Easter only. So naturally, they get mighty upset when you try to cancel the only 2 days they worship their God. Just like Obama before him, Joe Biden's sworn mission is to cancel Christmas, right?
Merry Christmas, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and all the best in the new year. The Christmas story is at the heart of the Christian faith, with the messages of hope, love, peace, and joy.
Well, this must be why the MAGAs think Joe Biden is so incompetent. He don't even know how to cancel Christmas.
And now they're trying to take Easter away from us and make it a transgender day of visibility. What we are seeing is the anti-Christian bigotry at an all-time high. And I say to Christians out there, what are you going to do in November? You just got slapped in the face by the Obama-Biden regime. How are you going to respond when you go to the polls? Will you support the party that peed on Easter Sunday?
Will you support the party that peed on Easter Sunday? Or will you support the other guy who likes getting peed on? Now here's a pro tip. When you go on television and accuse a sitting president of wanting to cancel Easter, maybe don't show footage of him celebrating Easter.
Right when you think it can't get crazier and more perverted and demonic out there, the President of the United States tries to cancel Easter and Resurrection Sunday and replace it with Transgender Day of Visibility. Well, tough luck, Joe. You're joining together with empires and dictators throughout history that have tried to cancel Jesus. It hasn't worked out well for them. And billions of Christians around the world are going to celebrate that he rose from the dead like never before.
This part-time preacher and full-time Leonard Skinner roadie is mighty upset about dictator Biden making him share Easter with the trans community. But now when MAGA found out that next Easter falls on Hitler's birthday, they said they were totally cool with it because Easter's all about sharing. T-Pain out.